Hello everyone, this is Ross with Market Traders Daily, and this is today's video analysis for May 19, 2020. Today we're looking at the GBPUSD Great British Pound versus the US dollar for today's trade analysis. On the left-hand side of this chart is the pound dollar, and we can clearly see over the past couple of weeks it's been in a downtrend, the red trend line falling from all the way up here into the 1.2630 or so area, all the way down to the bottom, the yellow zone at the very bottom of the chart, 1.2075. So a pretty significant downtrend for the pound dollar. In the past 2 days, though, we've seen a pretty significant turnaround, a shift in direction here for the pound dollar as we see the market climbing yesterday from down here into the 1.2075 level all the way back up into the 122s. Today continuing that upside pressure, pushing through this green shaded area, the 1.2230 level, and now trying to get above this bearish red trend line. So we've seen a pretty significant shift in direction for the pound dollar on the left hand side. On the right hand side, the US dollar index, we see that shift in pressure for the US dollar. Over the past week and a half or so, we've been stuck inside this blue box, bouncing around within the rising trend. A little bit of a muddy trend here inside the blue box. It tried many times to get above and break higher, but yesterday a significant free fall for the US dollars. It pressured all the way back down underneath that blue box and started moving back lower. We actually, let's zoom in on this a little bit. We've been studying this larger range between the black double black lines, top and bottom. We can see came close, not all the way to the top of that range last week, and now turning around and heading back down towards the bottom. So the question is, how much further is it going to go? Is it going to go all the way back down to the double black line at the very bottom of this range? If so, we have some room to go before it reaches down there. Will it turn right back around and go back up again? So those are some of the questions we still have yet to answer here for this week. But right now, the bears are clearly in control for the U.S. dollar. Now, I do know that today, a couple of hours from now, we do have Fed Chair Powell speaking. That may, of course, have an impact here on this currency, on the US dollar. So you definitely want to remember that. Back to the pound dollar. So if the dollar's falling, if it continues to fall, we look for long pound dollar. Take it down to the 4-hour time frame. There's the rise that's been happening this week. Let's zoom it in a little bit. Clearly, you can see it's getting above this green zone where historically, and I'm just going to say, let's put a circle here. Right here, resistance, and after getting underneath it here, resistance. So this was where both red circles are, resistance. If you've been trading for any amount of time, you know that resistance can help you, historical resistance can help you find future support and vice versa. So these areas of resistance around the green zone, 122.30.10, that we see here in the circles, are now going to act as our support for the pound dollar. So our decision zone is right here, the green zone. If we're going to go long pound dollar on a shift in direction, we buy here at the green zone. Our risk and stop loss goes under the green zone. That way we minimize the impact if the market decides to just turn right back around. Dollar turns back higher, the pound dollar turns back lower, gets back under the green zone. The current 4-hour period could simply get right back underneath it. And if you're not really sure it could do that, I mean, all I have to do is point out these times up here. Let's just take these red circles and put it right here. Is there any evidence historically that the market could just suddenly turn back around and go back in the other direction? Look at that red circle. Let's put one up here. Look at those two red circles. So just because we have a blue candle, a bullish candle getting above the green zone, doesn't mean we are in a long-term uptrend. We could, if this current candle gets back under the green zone, shift back to the downside. So really the main focus here today is that we want to see it stay above this green zone. We want to confirm to break above that green zone to give us higher confidence it's going to continue to go up again. If by the end of this 4-hour period or even the next one, it's back under the green zone, I think we shift right back down to the bear side for the pound dollar. So currently, watching for it to stay above 122.30.10, the green shaded area, looking for buys on dips into that area as support with our risk and stop loss underneath the green zone. That way, we can minimize the impact if the market turns right back around for the pound dollar today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.